Thanks for joining us for your CEO's blog this week, John. Let's talk about the Metropolitan Information Sessions, which will take place at Tabcorp Park, Menangle tonight.
Yeah, tonight we've given that pretty coverage, sent a couple of emails or text messages out to participants, but they need to come along. It's an information session, but certainly participants will be able to ask questions as to where we're planning and what we're doing at Harness Racing New South Wales with quite a few matters. Of course, to the forefront for the participants will be the whip situation, change of tactics, and the metropolitan handicapping system. But that doesn't stop us from also telling the participants where we're spending money and how we create money, and that's the most important. We can spend all we like, but if we don't create the money through wagering, well, we'll end up in a downward spiral, which was where we don't want to be, because harness racing in New South Wales is certainly on the up and up. I strongly believe, I know that we're on the upper side of every jurisdiction in Australia.
Okay, good news. So that's 7 o'clock tonight.
7 o'clock, Tabcorp Park, Menangle. Arrive a little bit earlier. There'll be some party pies and a drink there to start with. So if not listening to me is not enough to encourage people, the party pies might be.
Party pies might get Tukey there.
Well, Tukey could be there. He loves a party pie. We love Tukey, to tell you the truth. He's always full of comment and humour, and that's what we appreciate. That it's as long as it's not defamatory, as long as it's not incorrect, comments are welcome at Harness Racing New South Wales, and my phone number is always there to be called. Okay.
Let's talk about the Tab Carnival of Cups. Rolls around to Blaney this Sunday.
A strong meeting at Blaney. It was a great meeting last week, and I must compliment everybody concerned there. It was an enjoyable afternoon from what I'm told. I was at Griffith the night before, so I couldn't back up. But Blaney's on Sunday, the Billy Sue Blaney Cup, a great final, so good racing all round at Blaney.
Okay. How was Griffith?
Griffith was fine. It was a low on numbers and races, but a great atmosphere. It's a lovely setting for a race meeting. It's just disappointing that there are only 3 functions actually held there a year, and 2 of those are harness racing.
Okay. Let's talk about Tyra. Finished 3rd in the New Zealand Cup yesterday.
And went down fighting. Very disappointing, must be for the owners and for the trainer and driver. Tiger, well, Toddy had him in a great spot. Yes, might have been outside the leader, Lazarus, and the favourite, but he was just prowling along there, waiting to pounce, but unfortunately he broke. And oh well, Kevin and Todd and Tiger, of course, will now head off to the Inter-Dominion, where he will more than truly represent New South Wales and is a great winning shot there.
Yeah, it was a top effort. On the subject of the Inter-Dominion, you have some news.
News is that it's on in a couple of weeks in Perth, so if you can't make it to Perth, of course, it'll be covered exclusively on Sky, and it's returned to the Friday night at Gloucester Park, which is traditional for them, and it's the club is conducting a little bit earlier, so it won't be so late on the eastern seaboard. So stay awake. I think it's the 8th of December. Stay awake and watch what will be a great final of the Inter-Dominion, and hopefully a New South Wales victory with Tiger Tara, Kevin Pizzuto. We're counting on you.
That would be great. Yeah, on the subject of that, Bankstown are racing that night, and they're going to stay open later to televise the Inter-Dominion.
Yeah, and for trainers out there, please nominate for the Bankstown meeting, because, with plenty of races on, that'll give you a reason to be at Bankstown and to continue on and watch that Inter-Dominion final.
Okay, any other Inter-Dominion news?
Only Inter-Dominion news that's coming our way is the Inter-Dominion.
Okay, all right, I'll leave it there. And just before I let you go, expressions of interest for the latest board member vacancy position closed last week.
It closed last week. I have spoken to the Office of Racing. Some very good applicants were placed in. I don't know who they are. It's a government appointment. The panel that will interview some of those people in the next week or so, and we expect to have to know who that representative will be from the government on the board of Harness Racing New South Wales, commencing in February prior to Christmas. So all's well. We'll be back to a full board of 5 at that stage.
All right, we look forward to it. Thanks,
Certainly.
John.
Thank you.